Every time you press a button on a television remote control, a complex, silent conversation takes place across the room using invisible light. Before this technology became standard, early attempts at wireless control relied on flashlights or even physical copper wires stretched across the living room rug. In the 1950s, remotes even used mechanical aluminum rods that struck miniature chimes inside the casing, creating ultrasonic clicks that the television could hear. However, these older systems were easily confused by everyday household noises like clinking glasses. Today, the process is entirely digital and relies on a specific spectrum of light located just beyond what the human eye can naturally perceive. The process begins under the flexible rubber buttons you press. To conserve battery life, the internal components sit in a completely dormant state until an action occurs. Beneath each button is a small layer of conductive rubber. When you press down, this conductive layer pushes against a copper grid on the underlying circuit board, completing an electrical pathway. A tiny microchip inside the remote wakes up instantly when this connection is made, identifying exactly which button was pushed based on the location of the completed circuit. Once the chip identifies the button, it translates that specific command into a unique digital code. This code is a precise sequence of binary ones and zeros, unique to that exact function, whether it is raising the volume or changing the channel. To prevent everyday room lights from interfering with the command, the remote modulates this signal at a specific frequency, usually around 38 kilohertz. The chip passes this code to an infrared light-emitting diode located at the front of the remote. The diode acts like a microscopic flashlight, blinking on and off at an incredibly rapid pace to flash the binary code across the room. While your eyes cannot see this infrared light, a digital smartphone camera sensor can easily capture the purple flashes if you point the remote directly at the lens. On the other end of the room, a small photodetector sensor on the front of your television waits for these signals. This sensor filters out ambient room light and focuses strictly on the incoming 38 kilohertz infrared flashes. It converts the pulses of light back into electrical signals, which are then read by the television's internal processor. If the binary sequence matches the built-in command for volume up, the TV adjusts the audio instantly. Because this system relies on light waves, it generally requires a direct line of sight, though the signal can often bounce off walls to reach the sensor. This invisible light show happens in less than a tenth of a second, completing the task before your finger even leaves the button. Watch my other videos explaining IPS versus OLED or the cell tower. Do not forget to subscribe.